Well, hello. Oh, I forgot to do the countdown. Shucks, oh dear. Oh well. Hey everybody. Uh, First bench of the new year. Just me and the dog right now. Molly should be here in a moment. He said he was taking a shower, so I will entertain you until then. So, greetings from this side of 2021. Of It's hard to believe another year has passed. I was just talking to my wife about, we were reminiscing about our first year back in the United States, which seems so long ago, and how our daughter, Emily, was we enrolled her initially in in a junior high school here. She spent the last few months of a junior high, was her acclimation, initial, dive into life back in the United States for her. And here she is in her second year of college, all in a flash. How in the world does it all go like that? It is an amazing thing. Let me send, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to give Molly the link, invite. Copy Gmail. Bear with me for just a moment. He's not going to be able to get in if I don't send him the stinking link. GM. There it goes, right at you. And so, kind of, how did the hell did we go from having just a post little kid to being one in college now? And if it was all we can do to basically keep her in the house anymore, right? She's so chomping at the bits to go start a life of her own. Hi, Dustin. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me here. I hope all is well in your world and the new year is off to a good start. So the new year is a lot like the old year insofar as I'm still working from home right here. Although the way I describe it, or I actually picked this up from somebody else. They described it not as working from home, but living where you work. So the bed is right behind me, and literally I get up in the morning, I clean up, I take the dogs for a walk, I have some breakfast, I sit in this chair all day. And then I take the dogs out again at lunchtime. There's another dog, and then have lunch. And then at the end of the day, I take the dogs for yet another walk. And then usually I don't come back to this chair after that. I've had enough. So, and I go and I sit in the living room and read a book. And my wife cooks dinner. I can cook dinner, but she does a better job than me. So. And she seems, I always offer, I say, hey, you want me to cook? And I think she prefers that I don't. So Dustin says, good to see you as well. Hisashi buri. Yes, it has been a long time indeed. Alex says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Alex. So other than that, just literally just pounding out the thing. The newest thing that's in my life for the new year is, well, I guess not the newest thing, but the most deliberate thing is my commitment to good use of time. It's been more than a year now that I've been almost entirely off of social media. I think I left social media in November of 2019. And it's been a good 12, 13, maybe 14 months now that I've been off. And to that extent, I basically post nothing about myself anymore. It's just I post memes that I create from the books that I read. Right, I see a little quote that I like, and I'll drum up a little meme real quick and send that out. Other than that, it's really nothing else. Molly says he'll be here in 2, and it's interesting how you kind of forget about it. It's like TV shows from the 80s that you really thought you liked and you really couldn't live without. Like I remember my wife and I used to watch Seinfeld and then Frasier and Cheers and all those shows, and they were such an integral part of our life. And it was hard to imagine a Thursday at 9 p.m. without our favorite sitcoms. And now they're just kind of like echoes from the past. That's what social media has kind of become for me. And I think that's a good change. It causes me to make better use of the time. So I embrace my routines, the things that I do. I try to focus on my work, focus on my family, read, do a lot of reading, and of course focus on my little guys right here, especially this one right here. He's really my mini me these days. He really wants to be right here next to me, and it's really nice to. That's one of the things in my book, Going Alone. I have a list of the things that I consider to be a good use of time, and making a pet happy is on that list. So other than that, so in a way, I kind of wonder, well, why do this, right? If there's nothing happening other than if my life has basically become just the standard life, right? Isn't that it? That's an interesting thing, how how much it's changed going from Japan, which I wouldn't want to use the word exceptional life, but in terms of quality, but it was exceptional in terms of it was unique, and it was different, and coming back here, not only finding the middle road, but embracing it. Yeah. Well, let's see. So I guess there's nothing to say. Does anyone have any question for me? Let's wait for Mully. There he is. Good timing. I was running out of things to say.
Okay. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Can I have a? Are you guys still serving the McRib?
Yeah, right.
That slimy ass, excuse my language, McRib is nothing like a rib. It's just
no.
It's like something they concocted out of concoction juice,
and you know what?
And
it's not the same McRib that we had back in the 80s.
No, it's
no, not even close.
Yeah. How about the fillet of fish? Is that still good?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, okay. Since the diabetes started, I don't go to McDonald's very often. Once.
So it's like asking you Winston or Marlboros, right? It's like same,
Yeah, I don't smoke anymore at all.
You don't smoke anymore either.
Right.
So, I mean, do you go once in a while?
Every once in a while, yeah. But probably a couple times a year, I guess. Probably total maybe 5 times a year, if that.
Yeah, so okay, so what type of an occasion? Okay, I'll lead. I will not tempt you into confessing your transgressions. I will lead in the temptations. There's no one looking. I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken over the weekend. Shh. I did. I rode my motorcycle. It was Saturday, or no, it was. I don't remember what it was. Friday. It was Friday. Yumiko was working. I had the day off. Emily was busy with her school stuff, and I got on my motorcycle and I rode clear across Irvine. And I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I got the 2-piece breast and drumstick. Breast and wing special.
Sure.
And I went and I found a hidden portion of this, and I went and I ate it and hidden sin of sins.
Was it good?
Oh my gosh! Oh, it was. The only thing that was missing was that it was 2 things I noticed were different. One, I got the 2 pack, the set, right? It doesn't come with coleslaw. It just had the mashed potatoes, which was an extra. It came double size mashed potatoes. I was quite happy with that, but I missed the coleslaw. There's something about the balance of the chicken and the mashed potatoes and the coleslaw that kind of has the universe is in is balanced, don't you think?
Yeah, the sets have gotten smaller since the 80s.
Chicken sizes too. Were they making micro chickens?
Yeah, you used to get the 2-piece of chicken, the coleslaw, the mashed potatoes, and a biscuit.
Yeah, I got a biscuit. I did get a biscuit.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So what? Okay.
So tell me about yours. What would you do? So what I did. The reason I did it for me was desperate. I just really was. It'd been so long. I just really I was jonesing for a chicken piece. Go.
That's pretty much the same for me. It'll be a long time since I've had it. And I'm like, I kind of have a taste for it. And a lot of times I get the taste for it, but I pass it up because I know I can't have it. And I think, how long's it been? Or, how's my sugar been recently or something like that, right? And then sometimes I'm just like, screw it. I'm going to have some McDonald's. And I'll go and I'll get my famous double cheeseburger set, with the chicken nuggets. I don't eat the French fries, so I get the chicken nuggets and they have the zero Coke now, so that's good. But the thing is, you and I have talked about this before, Kurt, when we were talking about the value of nutrition.
Yeah.
And as much as I enjoy the burger and the nuggets and the Coke, about a half hour after I eat, I am so lethargic. I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
Why did I eat that? And I think that kind of puts off to the next time.
Yeah.
I can go a little longer.
I always feel like I just gave my virginity away to the school stoner.
Yeah, or the lunch lady.
Yeah, or something like that, right? It's like, oh man, I totally wasted that. I could have had a good meal and money, and I feel like crap, but it's worth it in the moment.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's very interesting. There was an interview with what's her name, Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah, this from wait, what was she in?
WKRP.
Hold on, don't WKRP, of course. Yeah, right, the secretary.
Yeah. And she was married to Burt Reynolds for a while there too, right?
Oh yeah, right.
Anyway, there was not too long ago, she's up in her 70s, and she's still built really, really nice for her age, And somebody asked her, how do you stay in such great shape? And she said that back when she just started getting famous, she was at a party and Arnold Schwarzenegger was there. And she had an ice cream cone. And Arnold came over to her and he says, and she took a bite of that cone and Arnold said, "Are you going to eat the rest of that?" And she said, "Yeah." And he said, "You don't have to." He said, "All the enjoyment from that ice cream is in that first bite."
Oh,
he said, he says you get the rush of the rush of the taste and the flavor and it feels good, blah, blah, blah. He says, everything after that, you're just eating it. So she kind of took that to heart. And now that's the way she eats. She eats 1 or 2 bites of something and puts it away.
That is a brilliant idea. Do you know? I don't know if I'd have the willpower to do that. That would summon some extraordinary willpower to.
Yeah, and I'm finding, for me, the flavor's still there, even at the last bite.
I enjoyed every last bite of that chicken, down. And you know what? And I was stuck at a quandary at the end, because at the end I was stuck. I was stuck with a big glob of something that wasn't. It certainly wasn't meat. It wasn't bone. I don't think it was skin. It was something, man.
Cartilage.
Yeah, or something like that. But what the hell? I just.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Put that in there. And then I just felt like crap afterwards, but it was worth it. And it'll give me another year, and I'll probably do it again. So let me ask you this: I snuck it. My wife and daughter don't know that I did that. It's like I was cheating on my wife. Right?
Sure.
Go to KFC, and I know I get the frown of disapproval from my daughter if I went. My wife would forgive me. Do you speak when you do it?
No, nah.
No, yeah. You just Tomoko go with you, or?
No, Tomoko doesn't like McDonald's.
Communist.
But she'll be but she'll be like be in the car with me sometimes, and I'm like, I feel like McDonald's. She go, really? I'm like, yeah. And we pull in. Do you want anything? And then I'll just say, and give me a hot apple pie for her.
No, that's just a mouth scalder. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember being a kid.
I can't have it. Yeah. And that.
Well, no, nobody should. I mean, they're made of uranium.
Yeah.
Don't you remember when you were a kid? You never learned your lesson and take a bite of those things and you just burn the roof of your mouth right off. Those things and they were like sit there. I don't know if they still do it the same way, but they would have that hot apple pie and the cherry pie dispenser, right? And they come in those little cardboard cases.
Right.
It was like pulling packs of cigarettes out of a machine, right?
Yeah.
You see under
they were like on that rotisserie, remember?
Yeah, and it had a little miniature, thermonuclear sun above it, keeping it warm.
Right.
And then, of course, okay, now here's the big one. Here's the big difference between American convenience stores and Japanese convenience stores. You remember, it's been a long time for you, but you remember in American convenience stores, you'd go in and you'd have those hot dogs that were stuck through the prongs, and they'd be going, and they look like some old man shriveled thing, right?
Right.
They'd been going around like that for at least 72 hours, like that, right?
Right.
Never have that experience in Japan. They look like they're just been like there's
Just
somebody
been put in there. Yeah.
that's their whole job. They were perfectly prepared, put in there, ready to go. Oh,
Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
we got a comment
And
here.
as you pointed out a long time ago, 7-Eleven has the best corn dogs.
Oh yeah, did I turn
Yeah.
you on to the corn dogs, or
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'd had them before. I'd had them before, but I never really thought about the flavor of them until you said something. And then the next time I was somewhere and I tried a corn dog like from Lawson or something, I was like,
No.
yeah, this isn't as good as 7-Eleven.
No. There's two things I learned from Japan out of 15 years of living there. Two things only, two things mainly, two things primarily. I'll impart this wisdom to the 8 people that are watching. Corn dogs from 7-Eleven and hot dogs from Dutour.
Dotor, yeah.
Dutour, however you say that place.
Yep.
The German dogs. Have you ever had the German dog at that place?
Yep. They've got good dogs there.
Oh my gosh, it's a religious experience. God does exist.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You get those things, you say, Jaman dogo. I would always get two. Jaman dogo futatsu kudasai. And
Right.
it would come and then you'd hear the celestial sounds. The little light would shine through the clouds on him.
Right.
And it would just have that perfect little bit of German mustard across the top. And you'd pop into it. And then the skin would be so taut, it was just about to burst. And he'd
Right.
and squirt all that hot juice into your mouth. It was like...
Careful, this is getting pornographic.
Oh, but and I don't remember there be. I don't remember. Was there a Dutour? Is there one of those anywhere in Shizuoka? There used to be one downtown, right?
Yeah, there's one on Minami Kansen down near the Shin Shizuoka station, the Higashi Shizuoka station.
Yes. Wait. The Higashi Shizuoka. So the Shizutetsu, the JR.
It's in a gas station there on the main street. There's a 7-Eleven. There's a 7-Eleven down there, and then there's a Dotour right there inside the gas station.
Well, then what more do you need?
Yeah, which wouldn't have been. I mean, from your place, you could have walked down there.
Wait, I mean you're talking about the new train station, the Higashi Shizuoka, over by Grand Tree.
Grand Ship. Yeah, exactly.
Grand Tree.
Grand Tree. Yeah.
Oh yeah, is it on Minami Kansen or is
it's on Minami Kansen?
Oh,
going from your apartment, go down to Higashi Shizuoka Station, past the station just a little bit, and there's a Circle K on the right side. It's between the Circle K and the station. There's a gas station there, and there's a Dotour in the gas station.
Is that where the old restaurant Jonathan's used to be?
That I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I just know about the Dotour because I used to get gas there sometimes.
We've got an inside joke here in the family. We used to go to Jonathan's. Was like one of the Japanese, it was kind of like a Denny's, but it was a Japanese version, right? And of course, it's nothing like the American Denny's or anything like that. But they had they had an honest to gosh American breakfast set there at Jonathan's. You could go in and you could order it. It came scrambled eggs and toast and some sausage and coffee. I mean, it was like as close as you could get because you can't get that stuff, right? I mean, you can't.
Exactly.
I'll bet that's something you miss. I'll bet you, gosh darn it, I've just touched on something you missed. Having a really good American breakfast in a restaurant like you.
You know what, Kurt? It's funny that you mentioned that because Tomoko and I were just talking about that exact same thing like 2 days ago.
Really?
I have adjusted to Japanese life so much. It'll be 30 years for me next month.
Oh, well, congratulations. Wow.
30 years living here. Yeah. I have adjusted so much to things here that I can see that America has created the sweet breakfast, pancakes, eggs, sausage, that kind of stuff, right? Whereas here, you could have curry, you could have steak, you could have whatever's left over from dinner the night before.
Yeah.
Fish, rice, that kind of stuff. Yesterday morning, I had the most mismatched breakfast that you could ever imagine.
Do tell.
I had a slab of salmon.
Okay, that's very classic Japanese.
Yeah, I had a slab of salmon next to a small bowl of Cincinnati chili.
No.
Tomoko brought that in and set it down in front of me, and I looked at it and I said, "Really? This is a combination this morning?"
That's fine. Now, did the salmon have the little mountain of white daikon and a little soy sauce?
No, I don't do that.
You don't do that.
I just eat it
Communist.
straight. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, but she does it. She does it with the daikon, of course, right?
No, I don't think she does.
Oh, wow. Wow. You okay. So that's
Like
you
this
had
time,
chili and salmon together at
yeah,
last.
yeah, chili and salmon. Yeah, and they
Like
did,
nuts and gum.
and when we were driving, she said, "How?" And I said to her, she's sitting over there eating a piece of salmon in the car, right? And I said,
Hmm.
"Do you have chili too?" And she says, "No, I wouldn't eat chili with salmon."
Yeah, she's so, but don't you miss? Remember? Don't you remember what of course you remember the tradition, right? You get up, you go down, you know in your language, the gal would seat you, right?
Hmm.
You pass around the menus. You'd be trying. Am I going to have a stack of pancakes, some French toast, an omelet, or I mean, you're from kind of Kentucky, some grits or whatever the hell. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm a meat and potatoes guy, right?
you
So
you
yeah,
you steak and eggs. So you really can't find that in Japan.
yeah, I would like, if when I go back to the States, I do like to go to places like Perkins or Bob Evans or
Never
something
heard
like
of any
that.
of them.
Okay, and get I think Bob Evans is national though.
Mm.
Anyway,
I've heard of that one. So that's
but
your equivalent. It's like a little more. It's like Denny's and Bob's and stuff like that.
yeah, but it's country cooking. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
you get like biscuits and gravy and sausage and
Get you some
blah blah blah,
grits.
right? Yeah. So I don't eat grits, um, but I will. I do enjoy some sausage patties with some scrambled eggs, side of like oatmeal, and
Hmm.
maybe some biscuits and gravy. Oh,
That does sound awesome, doesn't it?
yeah. And
You
then
know,
and then I wonder why I'm overweight.
honestly, it's actually when 30 years ago, it was pretty easy to find that kind of breakfast here in Southern California. It's hard to find places to do that. You literally have to go to Denny's or something like that, or find one of those little independent mom and pop shops. But they're not as common. But I sure do. When I was living in Japan, I was jonesing for those, and when I got back, I would do that a lot. And it's very satisfying.
Uh,
Big
Kurt,
stack of pancakes, French toast.
you should probably hit the comments real quick. They're kind of piling up over there.
Okay, here we go. Dustin, I talked to him earlier. He said, "Hey, Kurt. Hello, Dustin. Good to see you. Hisoshiburi. You too. Happy New Year from Alex. Happy New
Yeah,
Year.
yeah. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Kurt.
Yeah. Welcome to 2021."
This is the first we've talked. Yeah.
Alex says, "I love the time. Yeah, this is our first chat in this year. I love the time exploring Japan was the best channel on YouTube. I missed that. Good times. Awesome. Yeah, Japan is an amazing place."
Mm.
Reese says, "Hey, Kirk, how goes the adventure of life?"
But
The
he
adventure.
he fixes it next line.
Oh, there you go, Kirk.
Yeah,
Kurt,
yeah.
I don't mind. You can call me anything you want. I think I have recently discovered what Emerson meant when he said the wise man stays at home, and I'll just leave it at that. Hey, Kurt, how are you? I'm doing really well. Thank you very much. Good. Thanks for asking. Cal, you got the book. All right. Good job. I'm glad it arrived safely. And those of you who haven't got it, you're on my list. The only people that are left now, I think I've got one or two people domestic to send to, and the rest of you are all international. So it takes me a while to fill out all those long forms. So, but I'll get to you. Two real dudes chatting. Hope your days went well. It was a tough day. Yeah, but but it was a good day. How about you, Jim? How was your day?
Well, I'm just starting.
It's your day off. Oh, you're starting
Yeah.
your day. You're halfway
Well,
through. It's noonish, right?
it's just noon here, and I woke up at 11. So
So you're just starting off. Finally, I managed to catch you in live stream. Yes, you did. All right. So, oh wait, was there more? Oh, there's more. Garrett says, "Ditto." It said something else. Okay. Grits are some 1800s food. Yeah. Cal says, "I live in New York, but I have not left New York in a while, and I miss Hardee's. I wish they had that and
Hardee's.
Cookout in New York." So, well, coming back to that topic of cheating. So you cheat once in a while. It's for cravings purposes. And
Hold on. You better preface that with food because people just coming in. I don't.
We're talking about restaurants, folks.
Yeah, I cheat on my wife just when I get the urge.
So and usually okay, and usually for me it's fast food. I will go to and I do this about every 3 months or so. I'll go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, or I'll go to McDonald's. There's a place called Mr. No, what's it called? Something Panda King or something like that. It's a nationwide chain. I go there sometimes. Where do you cheat? Is it usually McDonald's for food?
McDonald's or so name my cheats would be McDonald's or Domino's.
Oh
Get
yeah.
get some pizza. Um, and of course, well, and I have to be fair in saying that when we go to Costco, I definitely get a slice of pizza. I mean,
Yeah.
and we were going every week there for a while, so I was eating a slice of pizza every Sunday. But
That's
as
a
you
big
know,
slice too.
yeah, that's like a medium pizza here in at Domino's,
You
So to
get
be fair, I was
a real Japanese family by one slice, and the whole family's huddled around that thing, right? And they've got leftovers, right?
with their chopsticks.
And they can't even finish the thing. They're all like, "Oh, I'm so."
Yeah.
And we Americans are over there. I'll take two.
Yeah.
And a big Coke.
Yeah, so I would do that. But yeah, I think pizza and hamburgers are my big cheat. Well, and hamburgers really aren't a cheat as long like if we make them here at home, or if I go somewhere where they actually make a burger, from real.
I've got something to catch up with you on. I a bit of information that you might find interesting. Do you remember how when we were in Japan, or when I was in Japan, and you and I periodically we would look for like a real American hamburger? We used to go to the Bronx Cheer.
Right.
Do you remember there was that other place downtown, a little farther down? I think we went there once or two until they went out of business. They had pretty good hamburgers. They had American flags in there and stuff like that.
That Hawaiian Brian's place, or
yes, Hawaiian place. That's right.
Yeah.
Hawaiian Brian's, is that what it's called?
Something like that, right?
You're right. It was a Hawaiian place. That's right.
Right.
That's right. That's right. And the guy in there, he made a pretty good burger, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will tell you this. Since I've been back, I have not found a hamburger that I have enjoyed as much as, for example, the burgers at the Bronx Chair.
There you go.
That they surpass my experience of the real thing.
Right.
And that should come as no surprise, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Either you realize, well, they're perfectionists in what they do. So things that they do over here, they tend to be perfectionists in what they do. So to find a perfect burger, it doesn't really surprise you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right?
Did you get far enough along with
Opie, come here.
Supernova in the East?
Hold on. Delivery. I'll be back.
Amazon delivery. And let's see what he's having delivered. I wonder if it's a pizza. I do miss that. I remember the pizza delivery in Japan was incredible. I mean, very timely, very polite. The pizza was really hot. I don't ever get anything delivered here though. And although it's very easy to get anything delivered nowadays, given with DoorDash and everything. Let's see. Cal says, I live in New York, and I owe you. That's right. The New York comment, the Hardys, right? Cal also says, I have become obsessed with Sonic here. I love their burgers and shakes. My family and I went to Sonic once about 2 years ago. I did not like it. I don't know. Maybe it was just a bad experience with just one, but it felt like they had just thrown that thing together. Should I give it another try, Cal? Garrett says, every Sonic in Northwest Ohio is open for like a year or two and closes, LOL. But wouldn't you say that the Sonic business model is a very good model to have for the COVID situation, I would think. So yeah, that was coming back to that comment before about the burgers. So we've got to ask you, what did you get?
Okay. I think this big football.
That's ground beef in there.
I believe
that's 5 pounds of ground beef.
Yeah. I believe. Geez, I can't even see. I believe this is going to be Opie's dog bed.
Really?
Yeah.
He's okay, so it's all squished somehow?
Yeah.
Is he pulling an inflatable cord?
It's one of these beds that when the dog lays down, it kind of envelops him.
Mm-hmm.
and they feel
Oh,
secure.
I've got one of those. It is brilliant for this guy right here. This dog right here, he loves it. It's like going back to the womb.
Right.
I wish I could climb into that thing.
Let's see.
Okay, drum roll, please.
Don't drum roll. It's going to take long. There's a lot of tape on here. Let's see.
Did you order that from in Japan? Is it from?
Yeah, Amazon, but it was shipped from overseas. I ordered it like late November.
Well, I got to tell you, that's one thing that's amazing about. I've got an Amazon like super shipment center, like just down the street. It like takes hours for things to get here.
Yeah.
It's like they orders on the ding dong. What the hell? Hasn't even closed the transaction on the phone yet.
Yeah. I just pushed order.
Yeah. That really happened once, but it was something that somebody else had ordered. I actually literally just pushed the thing, ding dong, and I went out, and it was an Amazon package there, but it was somebody else's order. So
Jesus Christ, how'd they get this thing down in here? God damn.
That's what she said.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Have you been to all 6 populated continents?
Oh yeah. It's all shrunk.
That does not look comfortable.
Yeah, but when the air hits it, it's probably going to go.
Let's see. I've been to. I think I've been to all. I think I've been to.
Let's see.
North America.
Yeah, look at that. Look there. There it goes. There it goes.
Oh yeah, there you go. Wow, you did pull the ripcord.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that is. In fact, that is exactly the same one that I have.
Nice. Opie, come here. Opie, come here.
That's the same damn one.
Come here. Lay down.
It's really good.
Come on.
Let's see. America, North America.
This
Europe,
could have been bigger.
Australia. I've been to Malaysia and Singapore. What is that? That's not a continent. Is it? Is that part of Southeast Asia? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been to South America. I certainly haven't been to Antarctica. So I haven't been to India. I wish.
Here we go, Kurt. Here we go, Kurt. Oh, he got up. Hold on. Opie, come here. Come on.
So true, Softy.
Lay down. Come on.
Yeah, you got it during the middle of the day and drive up and get it up, not drive through. Okay.
Lay down.
All right. Oh, there's Yumiko's home.
There you go. Good boy. Lay down.
Just starting to eat my school lunch here in Japan. White stew today. It must be my birthday.
Good boy.
White stew is good.
Hold on. Let him get situated.
I'm jelly of all you travelers. You too can travel. You're teasing us, Jim. Lots of talent.
He's still doing this to it.
Yeah.
Opie, come on. Come on, lay down. Lay down.
I think it's going to be a winner.
It needs to be bigger.
Oh, really? It's not big enough?
Yeah. No, not big enough at all. I mean, he just fits. Look.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be bigger. Was that?
Yeah.
Is there more than one size?
Yeah. They got various sizes. So I'll.
You're gonna send it back?
Opie, hey! Don't tear it up. Stop making love to it.
Yeah, I think you'll find it to be a worthwhile purchase, though.
Yeah.
Good. Well, there you go. How does returns work? Here I've got a Whole Foods across the bridge. You just go over and literally just scan it and give it back. Oh, well, maybe this will work. He seems to be very comfortable in there. I think maybe that'll be fine.
Might need to be just a little bigger. Because he's kind of shifting around, right?
Yeah.
Opie, I'll get you another one. I'll get you a bigger one.
Well, he totally gets the idea.
Yeah.
Got to figure it out, smart boy.
Now, the other thing I got, I think you'll be interested in this.
What's that?
Am I okay? Am I interrupting you?
No. I was just reading comments here, which is very important. Y'all dogs are cute. Yahoo. What you got there? What you got there, Colonel Mully?
Okay, this here, you're going to be surprised on this one, Kurt. This is, why am I even, just tear the damn thing open. This is something I've been doing recently.
You're drawing? No? What is that?
These are.
No idea.
These are a different style, but I've got the one I use here. Resistance bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh.
I've been doing resistant band exercising recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do? You like tie them to your limbs and then stretch your limbs out?
Well, I'll give you a quick run through. First one I do is
You're wearing shorts, right? Okay.
yeah. First one I do is you get it behind you and behind your back. Now this is rated at 10 kilograms. So what I do here is I just kind of push out like you're doing a chest machine, right?
Yeah.
Do that 12 times, and then we go out to the side, and then you do one where you can. What you can do is you can pull it tighter to make it heavier, and then do like a tricep exercise like this. Right. So anyway, I go through a bunch of exercises. It takes about a 25-minute thing that I go through.
Nice. Nice.
Saves my knees.
Yeah.
Saves my knees and saves my back. At the weight that I'm at now, I can't really get out and walk around a lot.
You just got a delivery of some more of those?
Yeah, so these are some more bands. These are flat bands, yeah. So Tomoko found these on Yahoo Shopping. They're different weights, but I'm not sure what they are at this point. I have to figure them out later.
Very nice. Yeah. I've started a new exercise too. Do you see my little yoga mat behind me here?
Very nice.
Yeah, I got that idea from Tomoko. Watching her, because she posts all those. I mean, all those little like you've seen them on Instagram, right? And she's like doing a pose, and she's looking so fit. And she does those poses, and she's so limber. And I was like, I want to try that. So I got an app on my phone called Down Dog, and it was $17 for a whole year. And so I got my mat. I do it every day at lunchtime. I do it for 15 minutes, and I really like it. And I can actually touch my toes now. Have you ever tried it? It's hard. Yoga's hard.
Yeah, well, I haven't tried like traditional yoga, but do you know the wrestler? What was his name? Diamond.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, Randy, Macho Man. What was his name? Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay, he created a yoga program. And have you ever seen the video of the guy that he was an ex-paratrooper, and he had put on so much weight, he was using the crutches to walk because his knees were all messed up for so many times jumping out of the airplanes, and doctors said he would never walk normal again, blah blah blah, and he put on all this weight, and he was just hopeless. Well, Diamond Dallas Page has this yoga program that he got this guy on, and the guy stuck to it, and like the end result is the guy's running, and he's thin, and he's very limber, and he's standing on his head, and he got his entire life back just by following Diamond Dallas Page's program, right? So a friend actually sent me all the videos of that Diamond Dallas Page thing, and I've tried that. It is hard.
Yeah, I've learned that anything that involves the word fold.
Yeah,
the human body does not naturally fold. I mean, they get us in these positions, and it's like, okay, now relax in this position. Okay, I'm a freaking pretzel, right? And I don't know how I can ever get to be like Tomoko is. I mean, that's just what I want to. Well,
you know what it would be, Kurt. The next step would be to get somebody like Tomoko to help you get through some of the moves and perfect the little things that you're probably not seeing on the app. You know what I mean?
You're right. That's the thing is to get the form. And what I learned something interesting. I was studying the history of yoga. That one of the points of yoga, this I'm sure different teachers have different points, isn't so much the position, but it's the transition. It's the graceful transition from one position to another, because a lot of it has to do with getting through life in a more purposeful, controlled manner. Interesting. Right. So there's a lot to it. I'm really enjoying it. We got a couple comments here. John says, I remember watching this guy's videos years ago when I first learned about giant Japanese Asian hornets, and now they're in the U.S. Yeah, well, Jim's in the U.S. I'm still in Japan.
Reverse that, Kurt.
Okay, I'm in the U.S. Jim's in Japan. Yeah, no, but you know what, John? The giant Japanese hornets have come to join me. They're here in California now. So there's that. And thank you for your support in the past. Garrett says yoga definitely helps with core strength, in my opinion. A couple of poses helped with my digestive issues. Interesting. I'm definitely feeling good. The whole human body painfully folds. Yeah. Emmanuel says, used to go to a burger place near Aoba Koen in Shizuoka City with my daughter. Really? Can't remember name, but small American diner type of place. Burgers were good, but sadly they've been closed for a few years. Jim, where is Aoba Koen? I know I've heard that name, but which park is that?
Albacoan's the big concrete park down from McDonald's right there in the middle of Shizuoka City. The one's got that big water pot that falls over at the end.
Oh, that by the old theater district.
2 blocks up. Yeah.
Two blocks up. It's not the
just behind the Shiok Show
with the two statues of the big guys that are like going past each other.
Yeah,
that thing. That's Aoba Koen.
The park that runs from McDonald's all the way down to the police station.
Yeah, that's Aoba Koen. That whole long park.
Yeah.
Oh, so there used to be a burger place near Aoba Koen. I wonder if he's talking about the same place that you and I were just mentioning. Remember, because that's where the Hawaiian Joe's place was, close to that, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how long ago that was, Emmanuel, because Jim and I used to go to a Hawaiian place about 2 blocks further towards Shizuoka, towards the train station. Or no, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Not towards the train station, but yeah, towards downtown. Interesting.
Yeah, and I don't spend a lot of time downtown anymore, you know?
Yeah, no. And Emmanuel, are you a local? Are you from Shizuoka? Interesting. And sometimes why? I used to live in Japan, and 4 years later, I miss it so much every day. Do you? Yeah, I miss it a lot, actually. In fact, I would prefer to finish my life there. In fact, I don't know that my wife would necessarily want to, but I do.
Right.
Actually, I really do like Japan. I would if I came back, I would want to do what you did, Jim, which is get a job, doing something that I had to speak Japanese, and no other choice. I actually thought that if I was to come back, I would want to become a yakuza, and because they will broker no English, they will take no crap.
Right.
I'd want to be a yakuza gopher.
I tell you what, Kurt. Look at this.
What? There you go. Look at that. That is one happy little boy. Well, you did good, Jim. You got yourself some Papa points there.
Maybe that size is okay.
Maybe it might just work out.
Well, it's not like he's having friends over, you know. I mean, just a place for him to lay down.
Yeah. But just to finish up that comment there, that and something wise said, I don't think that if I had left Japan that I would feel that way. So I think it's almost like it's an age old concept, right? That you don't realize what you got until it's gone, right?
Right.
So, but I don't think I realized. I think I would if I was to get back within like the next 5 years, I would probably be dead before I would get tired of it.
Right. Yeah. Well, and you know what, the don't know what you got till it's gone thing is that really holds your go back to food. There are probably a lot of these restaurants that you avoid. Not you personally, Kurt, but a lot of American people. You hear people making fun of like Taco Bell or greasy spoon diners and stuff like that, right? But when you get over here and you get away from that stuff for a period of time, you're like, yeah, I wouldn't mind having that right about now.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I'd love to have some Taco Bell. I probably haven't had Taco Bell in 10 years. Yeah.
I remember feeling that way when I was living in Japan, with you, having that longing for things like that, yeah. So I guess it's just an aspect of life. So we get and something wise answering my question. I used to live in Japan, and 4 years later, I miss it so much every day. Do you? Oh, that was a question asked. Yes. And Emmanuel says, I live in Tokyo, but daughter lived in Shizuoka with her mom. So spent a lot of time there. Daughter now in Tokyo, all grown up.
Hmm.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. So that
so
explains the Shizuoka connection.
Andy
Hmm?
sometimes why he's a, do you and I don't think he was asking me, but I'm in Japan. I
Hmm.
live here. I was just telling Kurt before. It'll be 30 years next month. 30 years.
But that puts you in the Godfather class.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I'm working on my Bachelor of Education now, hoping for an international school job. ALT life is not sustainable. Ha ha ha. That's true. But if you're getting your bachelor, if you just go a little bit further and get yourself a master's degree, you come over and you're persistent. You can wind your way into one of those university gigs, right, Jim?
ooh, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that's a pretty good job. Yeah, or even if you don't get that, you can find there are opportunities. If you're a decent person and you're persistent, and you make a good reputation for yourself,
Yeah,
you can find. Don't you think, Jim?
yeah. I would say a huge percentage of getting that job teaching here is your personality.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and connections, right? Make
right.
some connections.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have,
It doesn't hurt to know people. Yeah,
but you gotta have at least the basic credentials because Japanese are very much
right,
into the basic credentials, right? I mean,
right,
I've heard of
right,
people that have gotten in without a bachelor's degree, but that's pretty rare. I mean, you did, right? You've got your associates, right? But you found your way in,
right, right.
right?
Yeah,
So let's
yeah.
see
I've
that.
only got 2 years. Yeah, I've only got a 2 year degree.
But it's definitely easier if you get the 4 year because then you're like ka-ching and then off you
Well,
go and
here's the thing, and I'll let people know this. The reason they require a 4 year degree is so they can sponsor your visa.
right,
I don't need that. I have
right,
I have residency here.
right.
So I'm not an official what I don't have a teaching license, like they require Japanese teachers to have a teaching license.
Hmm.
We don't require that, right? That's not required of us.
Right. You know how, yeah, I miss that. I sometimes, I remember Jim, I wasn't too keen on just, the simple ALT role. If I was
Hmm.
ever to get back in that, I would be like, okay, that's all I want to do. Just let me stand in the corner. This is a book. Okay, am I done? Okay, Jim and I, let's go out and have a smoke.
What Kurt, and I told you a long time ago, the key to success is mediocrity.
Mediocrity. You're absolutely remember how I was always trying. No, I've got to create something. I got to push some curriculum, and you must have been sitting there going, you just settle down, boy, right?
Chill out,
Just
Kurt.
yeah, life's too short to be like
Yeah,
that.
because the more you push forward, the more they're going to expect of you.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what I found though also was the more, especially as a foreigner, the more if you're pushing for change, forget about it,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
and we don't know how we as foreigners don't know how to implement change, right? Implementing
right.
change in Japan is a really complicated thing to do, and you have to know the culture and the language and the way to do it, right?
Yeah. And Kurt and I are the type, but we would go straight to the principal. Hey, blah blah blah, right? When we should have gone through the channels,
Yeah.
you know?
I remember sitting in those staff meetings and just being so, I wanted so much to just say, here, I've got a reason. This all makes sense. Let's try this, right? And then he's like, oh, just shut up, Kurt. Just, just
Yeah. Don't
that's
talk.
not. I remember because the way it works is everybody in the room. I'm not talking about that particular organization, but in general, everybody in the room goes around and talks for what 30 minutes about their opinion, right? And every single person has to say something, even the dumb gaijin that can't speak Japanese, right? And then in the end, we all do what the old guy says,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
And hold on, I want to be clear here with people. When I say mediocrity is the key, I don't
Mhm.
mean half-ass your job. When you go
Right?
in, you should do the best job that you can do.
Yeah.
Just don't try to be a superstar because you're not going to be.
But that's funny. That's an interesting thing that you say that because
Uh,
no one here has ever probably seen you teach except what you do on your YouTube channel. But you are a phenomenal teacher, Jim.
thank
Um, yeah, I mean, you
thank
really
you so much.
are,
I appreciate that.
and you do that. I have to do this. Pick my words carefully without coming this off wrong. You do it without trying because you care so much and you like your job and you like the
Mm.
kids and
I love my job.
yeah, and you're a friendly guy, you're a caring guy, you communicate well, you know Japanese society well, you make it look easy.
No, thank you.
And
I appreciate that.
yeah, and your kid and the kids love you. So that there's no mediocrity about you, but at the same time, you know what's expected of you and you deliver, right?
Yeah. And that's it. There's no reason to go any further, because it's not going to get me anywhere.
Right. But you know what also, and especially in the venue and the forum that we were in, working with little kids in a way,
Uh,
it kind of also models for the kids an alternate way of doing things, right? Which is a bit besides the go go go, gotta be number one all the time, right?
right. Right.
Just the other model is, hey, let's just have a good time with one another, play some songs, have some fun, and enjoy life, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I do. I enjoy my job. I do. I really do like it.
Yeah, and
So
you do a really good job. And I'll never forget. I don't know if I think you know this. The first time I laid eyes, the first time I laid eyes on you, and I've got the microphone for this. The first time I laid eyes on you, Jim.
first time
I was
ever
at my
I saw your face.
my daughter was a Yochin kindergarten, nearly a graduate, and my wife and I were touring around various elementary schools, and I came to a
To this
demonstration
place,
lesson. Yeah,
right?
demonstration lesson, and there was this foreign guy, and you actually caught my eye because, of course, I would stand out, right?
Right.
Right, and you gave
Right.
me a knowing nod and a wink, right? Little did I know that 2 or 3 years later, you and I'd be working together and joined at the hip, practically.
So you were in on. I don't remember that, but I get them every year, right? So
Yeah, no,
I
I came.
and I see so many foreign fathers.
Yeah,
Um,
and I remember the thought that went through my mind is, how come I've never seen this guy around town? Because I lived right next to this dang school, of course, right? Practically, it's the same neighborhood.
right.
And the local foreigners. I mean, we stand out like when a dog sees another dog across the road, right? It's like,
Right. And then
foreigner.
there's this huge guy in a Bengals uniform.
Yeah, you would kind of not blend in. And I had never seen you before. And now, of course, I know why. It's because you
Right.
didn't live there, and you just basically you drove in, you drove out, and you were. If I had hung more around maybe the Seventh Family Mart, I would have seen you. But back then, I don't think the Family Mart even existed. That was a sushi restaurant, if I remember right, or
That's
a
right.
Jolly Pasta or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a sushi restaurant, I think it was at that
Yeah.
time.
Mully, what is your job? I'm an English teacher.
A darn good one. One
Yeah.
day when I do go to visit Japan, I want to visit the village of the Long Bear, since I saw your vids of that then back in like 7 years ago. I fell for that little spot. Highly recommended. You can get there without the need of a car. It's actually on the bus route. When you go, let me know and I'll give you the clues about how to get there. It's not too hard. Andrew says you like to be a yakuza just for the tattoos and own a traditional tea farm in the hills. It would be interesting. I'm of course I'm tongue in cheek. I really wouldn't want to be a yakuza, but I would like to be involved in something that brokered no gaijin card, right? You can't, you know what I mean, right, Jim?
Right.
It's sink or swim time.
Right. Exactly.
And I think a really good model of that, the sink and swim time. And I don't know if I would be up to. I'm not up to this. What would you think about working at a konbini?
Yeah. You would need some basic language skills.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for it. I couldn't do it. But I would, to qualify for that job and to succeed at that job, I would have to know not only the language, but the culture, the propriety, and the work ethic.
You know what? I'm really curious about now that you got me thinking about it. These young people, they seem to be just early 20s working at the convenience stores, right? I wonder how good their reading is, because you would think in a job like that, you would have to be reading, invoices and things like that, right?
Right. I don't know. That'd be interesting. Well, I remember one of the teachers at school was telling me that it was the writing that was the hard. That a lot of young Japanese people can't even write their address anymore,
right?
Because it was the kanji piece of it low, which kind of makes sense,
right? You know what? Next time I come across a young foreigner working, I'll ask. How's your writing? And
but you see those foreigners sometimes working at the konbini, and they've got it down, right? I mean, a lot those ones that make it, they've got it. They're snappy. I mean, they know the language, they know how to. Don't you think they
yeah.
succeed?
Yeah.
James Innumerable, The Bench, Memories of Sitting Outside of the Convenience Store.
Hmm.
Indeed. Wow, 30 years is amazing. Godfather class.
Yeah,
That's right. Because you have arrived.
that's right. And I believe in the YouTube community, I think I'm the longest in Japan. I think
Oh, altogether, in longest altogether.
out of all the,
Even longer than R. Gary.
I believe so.
Wow. Okay. Well, he's got a better beard.
Yeah. I think I've got a year on Victor, and I think I've got probably two years on Eric Surf 6, maybe more.
Mm.
I think in the
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube community,
Eric and I arrived like months apart.
I could be wrong, but I think so.
You're longer than me, of course. So yeah, no. Now, if I had stayed and not come back the first time, you and I would be on par. I think I can't remember. It was like almost you and I arrived almost the same time. The difference is I went back. So, but yeah, I think you are. I think you do have that. This is my second degree, but I do plan on a master's next. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, master's would really help. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just something like it's like if you have a master's degree, you have to be above this height for this ride, and that ride is. And if you can land, I don't know if it's the same if things have changed, especially with COVID. But those guys that get those sweet university gigs and then they get tenure and stuff like that. But a lot of those guys aren't very happy with their jobs.
You know what? Those are the kind of guys. This is a phrase my dad used to say. Those are the kind of guys that I say, which I got from my father. Those people would bitch if you hung them with a new rope.
Yeah, yeah. I think one exception to that, and I think I can say this all right because he talks about it himself. Is Eric Surf 6? I think Eric really appreciates his university gig.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I would think if those the people that complain about the university gig, if they ever had to spend any amount of time in the
Eikawa, yeah,
like Eon or Nova or places like that, because even what I've got at the high school or the elementary school, that's a great job. Yeah, this is I couldn't, I love.
Slightly different question. What do you think? Because again, back for and something Y, who might be coming over. Those that go to start their own school, some of them can really succeed gigantically, but doesn't it seem like they just work their butts off?
Yeah. Well, you knew a guy that's got his own school is doing really well, right?
I do. I know two people.
I'm not going to name anybody, but yeah.
No. I know two people that have schools that are doing real. I mean, like phenomenally well. And,
right.
But they work very hard for their money.
Right. Yeah. And my friend Dave has got his own school and he's doing really well.
Yeah. That's right. He is doing good, but he works very hard too, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, he does.
Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Garrett. And something, when I was teaching as an ALT, I taught the entire class. I was stubborn and refused to stand in the corner thing. I was probably a jerk looking back. I was too. I would literally try to, because I didn't feel challenged by it. And we got to watch what I ask for. No. And but if I could get back to it, I'd be the guy standing in the corner. Yep. This is a book. This is a pen.
It's interesting. When I was teaching, I was the ALT. I taught the entire class. I teach the entire class, and I refuse to be second fiddle. You know how I am, Kurt.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. Well, you also have. I don't know if it's
class. Yeah.
I don't know if it's still the same, but you've had some really good native, some Japanese partners that you've got a good rapport with.
Right, and the partner I've got now. Oh my God, Kurt, I love her. She is
really.
Yeah. If she leaves, I'll probably shoot myself.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Yeah.
You got.
Yeah,
it good.
I really. She's just the bee's knees.
Enjoy every moment. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something a little personal right now. One of my big regrets at this point is the way I left that job. Now I didn't leave. I didn't do anything bad or anything like that. But I did not show the proper appreciation to that school, and particularly to the principal, that I think that they deserved.
What do you mean?
I just left. I just gave my notice like an American and said, I'll be out of here in 2 weeks, and that school is a really good school. Those people are good human beings. And and I wish I had gone out and shown more appreciation.
But you
So
know
I
what,
don't know.
Kurt? It's one of those hindsight's 2020 things.
Yeah.
You were a mess at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
Um, and I think getting out of here was, you were just. I don't blame.
That's a good way to describe it. I
Yeah,
was. I was.
right.
Yeah. 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 That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
So
good. I look back. I can't imagine. I can't imagine what it would have been like to stay. I just can't imagine.
right. And then that guy came in after you. That lawyer guy. Um,
Oh Lord. Excuse me.
yeah. Yeah. We won't say his name, but he
No.
came in after you. And you know what? I picked him up at the station. And when we dropped him off and we were probably in the car with him for 10 minutes. We took him to his hotel, right?
Yeah.
Tomoko and I picked him up and we took him to his hotel. And I said to her, I said, he's not going to be here past summer vacation.
Yeah. And he
And
wasn't.
sure enough, he wasn't. Yeah, he didn't make it.
Ah, man. See, Emmanuel says, I always enjoy your conversations. Have to head out, but keep up the good work and we'll tune in again sometime. Thank you, Emmanuel. And something, Molly, what is your job? Oh, that you answered that.
Yeah.
And I have to go. It was really interesting. Glad I popped in. Have a great night and great afternoon. Thank you. Take care. Didn't Unrested start his own school? I think he did, didn't he?
I don't know if he's. I don't
he
really
did.
follow. I don't follow him.
He did.
I know who he is, and I've met him once or twice. I think maybe just the one time, maybe twice. I don't know. Anyway, I seem to remember. Wasn't he starting something about some kind of art thing?
Yeah, he did a he's done a, I don't know. I don't keep up so much, but yeah, he's done a couple of things, but
I
he's a
thought he
very
was doing some kind of
he's a very
design business or something.
he's a very creative type, but he did start his own school. Yeah. He did do that.
Yeah, I don't know if he did. Yeah, he may have. I can't say.
Interesting. Well, let's see. Let's see. It's been about wow, it's been an hour.
It's 1 o'clock.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, goodness gracious. So I probably better wrap up. Yumiko's in there cooking dinner, and the dogs are, and I'm and so just gonna go wrap up the evening. But any plans for the rest of the day for you?
Well, I've got a lesson at 4, and then probably one tonight at 7:30 if he's coming.
Those Skype lessons? Do you typically have the same students?
Yeah, quite often. Yeah. I've got a regular group. I was just thinking last night that I haven't seen any new students in a while. But my schedule fills up fairly quickly. So
yeah, and you'll enjoy those, huh? Those are.
Yeah. They're really fun. Yeah.
That's really nice. That's so good. Well, Jim, it's is there anything else you want to chat about before we wrap up?
That's it.
Okay. So how's Opie doing with his little bed?
He's still there.
Oh, I think it's a winner. That's how my dog, even though my dog's half the size, and he that's exactly how he sleeps in it too. I think you've got a winner right there.
That might be the perfect size because it's because that's the thing, right?
Yeah, it kind of because dogs like to be all curled up like that, and then it kind of covers him up all around.
Right.
And Andrew says, Molly, are you going to have to teach your students the Major General song from Pirates of Penzance? I'm a Major General, or something like that. Andrew, it's good to see you, Andrew. I hope everything's doing well in New Zealand, and you're maybe getting ready for your next big adventure. All right. Well, I guess until next week, huh?
We'll call it a day. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope you be safe. Be safe out there, Jim. I had I won't say any names or anything, but this is the first person in my life, that's actually in my life, has recently came through COVID.
Me too.
And she, her relating the experience to me was a very sobering experience. So
yeah, I've got a high school friend that's going through it right now. She got through the initial COVID, and then she came down with the COVID pneumonia, and that's where, and she's got a clot in her lung. So it's horrifying.
Yeah. So please be careful. All the love to you and Tomoko and Opie, and until next week, and to all of you out there.
Okay, and Kurt, hold on just for a second when you hang up.
Okay, I will. All right, everybody, take care. I will end the broadcast, and we'll see you all next week, maybe.
See you guys next week.
And remember, be safe, but not too safe.
Yeah, and don't let your meat loaf.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye.
Y'all have a good time. Make sure you plow around the stumps.
There you go.